Coach, congrats on the win. Is this the most complete effort from your team so far this year?
Yeah, 100%. A good friend told me one time that a lot of the games are won Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in practice, and that was kind of our mentality this week. And we went to battle against each other. We saw that competitive level that we needed to get to in practice, and it was great to see it translate tonight.
The decision to put Pierre Millette and Greentrree together seemed to pay off. They had 6 points tonight. What was the reasoning to pair them together?
Yeah, I think it's maybe a little bit about time, and with the way things were going, and a lot of faith in those three playing together. All provide kind of a different element of the game that obviously gave us a huge spark tonight. And with some guys out of the lineup, for us when we saw them in practice, it was an easy decision.
I know you talked about how this week off was a good week to have off. The compete level increased. What else did you work on this week? Because it seemed you're playing your own end also improved.
Yeah, and especially that's a pretty high flying offensive team that we saw tonight that generates a lot off the cycle, and so we really worked on our defensive game, and there's no question it needed work, and so that was a real focus of ours. But at the same time, we really simplified stuff for our D-men, just little details that, 2 or 3 things to keep in mind, and, I think it paid off.
Did you have a conversation with the NSCO? It seemed to be more controlled and took fewer risks, shall we say?
Yeah, he's such a talented kid, and we want to get him to the next level, and I think he understands, what we want from him and the way he needs to play for him to reach that, that professional hockey to play, and the talent is just unbelievable. And when he's playing hard defensively like that, he's a tough guy to play against.
What do you say about your goaltender's play tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he was outstanding. I got all the faith in the world in our goalies, and in front of our home crowd, he rose to the occasion. Some huge saves at key moments of that game, and a huge reason we won.
What will you use from this game to build upon for your busy weekend next weekend?
Yeah, I think nothing's going to change for us with our mentality in practice. We're gonna, we saw some success in how it translated today, and so that's kind of got to be our framework moving forward.
I mean, you talk about getting the practice time in, but is there a little soul searching done too when you get that long a stretch between games?
Yeah, I mean, the soul searching came from how we performed last weekend. I mean, that was rock bottom for us, and we knew it, and had some great conversations as a group on how that's unacceptable, and how we need to play to have success, and systems aside, we needed to see 20 guys go to battle for each other, and that's what you saw here tonight.
It's tough too, though. I mean, you sit there and you watch for a week, and a lot of the teams around you are all winning, and I mean, the gap's starting to spread out a little bit. I mean, is that a little sort of anxious to get to the ice and say, hey, let's get this rolling?
Yeah, I don't think I'm too worried about what's going on around us. I'm just worried about our team.
You go from here. I mean, how do you sort of translate this to the next level? I mean, this is a step, but I'm sure there's stuff you still want to clean up and things like that from here.
Yeah, I mean, it's an important step for us, but it's just one step, and we got to continue to take another step forward, and we got a good Ottawa team coming in here Thursday night, and a team we got to prepare for.
I mean, nice the fact that you do it with some big guys out of the lineup too.
Yeah, you saw. I thought everybody was good tonight, really, and just attention to detail defensively, but the stick battles, the 50-50 pucks, we were willing to commit to winning, and that's generally the difference in a hockey game.
I mean, you have the 3-0 lead, it gets to 3-2, so I mean, do you get a positive out of that too, that you're able to sort of hold that 3-2 lead, and the penalty kill at the end of the game, that sort of thing?
Yeah, our PK was outstanding. I thought, that's the number 1 ranked power play in the league right now coming in here, and that was something that we talked about before the game, and what we needed to do to keep them on the outside, and no question goaltending's a big reason we were able to kill off those penalties, but you saw the sacrifices guys are making late in the game. They're blocking shots up and down our lineup, and that's when the guys care about each other, and that was on display here tonight.
I wanted to ask you about Christopoulos. How close is he?
Yeah, he's getting close.
This building seemed pretty excited tonight. What was the fan experience like? You could tell.
All the Swifties?
Yeah, all the Swifties.
Swifties, yeah. Hey, the Swifties got the boys going, so maybe we got to have more Swiftie nights. But no, it was great. I mean, I'm just happy that the crowd, got to see a good brand of hockey. You know what I mean? They deserve it. I think we know full well they haven't seen us at our best yet, and tonight they got it. So I'm happy about that.
Hi, I'm Dan Gemus, CEO of the Dan Gemus Real Estate Team. When you think real estate in Windsor and Essex County, think of the Dan Gemus Team. We're here to help every step of the way. Learn more at dangemus.com.
James, congrats on the win. How big was that?
Huge. We were already not getting the results we wanted early in the season, and we had a big crowd tonight. I think that played a huge role, and the boys were buzzing. It was huge. Everyone has a boost of confidence now going into the next couple of games, which is what we needed.
What changed? How did you guys play so well tonight compared to last weekend?
We definitely had a really good couple practices this week. Not doing too much, doing the right things that we needed to work on. And Juggy kept it simple before the game. He just told us a couple things, didn't overwhelm us with anything, and just said, go out there and do your best, do whatever you can, and then we pulled through. What
stood out from practice this week? What was it that flipped the switch? So.
I think everyone was just sick and tired of losing, so everyone was dialed in. There was no messing around in between drills or anything. Everyone was dialed in, doing everything that they're supposed to do, not messing up. So yeah, that's huge. Like, if you want to be a winning team, you got to take practice very seriously.
You got a chance to play forward tonight. As a player going from defense to forward, how do you change your game, or did you even try to change your game that much?
I don't know. I've been doing it now for the last 3 years, so it's pretty second nature to me. So I know pretty well what to do. I just got to go. Juggy just tells me be a force out there, hit bodies, stick up for guys, throw stuff on net, and that's what I tried to do tonight, and I think I contributed well to the win.
Yeah, you were definitely a physical force. Was that an area you'd try to focus on?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a pretty big body, and I can skate pretty well, especially on forward, going as fast as I can, and I think it's a little intimidating for some of the other players, so I just try to bring that to the game whenever I can.
Are you getting comfortable at the forward spot?
Yeah, it's second nature to me now. I played a pretty good amount of minutes tonight, and I felt pretty good out there. I think my line generated a chance, I swear, every time we were on the ice. We could have had a couple goals out there tonight, but yeah, it was good.
How do you build on this win? What will you take away from it?
Same thing, just practice. Like, taking practice very seriously, not messing around, just doing what we know we can do. Now we got the extra confidence boost that we can do more with this team, so yeah, it's good, just that.
I mean, Jared called last weekend rock bottom. I mean, you get those 6 days to practice, but what goes through your mind when you have sort of 6 days to sort of look back on what happened?
Well, yeah, when you're at rock bottom, there's only one way up, right? So, and what better way to do it than having all the Swifties out? It was almost a sold-out crowd. Everyone was loud and cheering for us. That feels good, especially coming into a game where the team that we're playing is a pretty good team. They're hosting the Mem Cup this year, so it's not going to be an easy game, but we showed up and we did what we were supposed to.
Does last weekend linger as you go on through the week, though?
I think we should remember it, just because we can't get ahead of ourselves. There was one win. We're still 2-7. We got to build on that. We can't forget about the past, all the struggle that we already went through this season alone. We got to keep just pushing forward, taking practice seriously. Like I said, I know I keep saying that, but that's very important, and I think that's what we got to focus on.
You're never too old to play in the mud. The only thing that changes are the toys.
Joey, congrats on the win. How'd you feel in the net tonight? What was different from the previous games?
Yeah, I just think the week of practice we had a chance to build a lot of momentum going into this game. Everyone was hungry for this one, especially with the long week of practice, and this being our only game this weekend. I think that really helped us, give us an extra boost of energy, and obviously that's a good team there in the spirit. So we were just pumped up for this one, and it was great to get the W.
As a goaltender, a week of practice, is that a good thing? Like, are you able to think more mentally about the game or work on specifics physically?
Yeah, I don't think really anything changes mentally coming up to the game. Just in practice, you're really just trying to refine your game, take the whole week to really just work on the basics, go back to square one. You know, me and Mike Layton and Ian Michelone have really been working closely this year. So it obviously this week of practice helped. I think it helped not only me but our whole group. So you know, that was huge.
You got a big save early in the hockey game. Is that a good thing for a goaltender to get tested right away and get into the game right away?
Yeah, they made a couple of high-end plays at the start of the game, but it was great to get a response from the guys. And you know, breakaways aren't my favorite half as the first shot, but you know, it really helps the momentum of the game with all the guys to make that save. So, you know, credit to the guys not allowing that many chances, and I just tried to do my best whenever I was called upon.
How big is this win for the guys in the room? Like, can you give us a behind the curtain look at how the room is?
Oh yeah, everyone was pumped up for this game. Like I said earlier, the week of practice and the anticipation for this one was really unmatched with anything else we had this season. So to get this one is huge, just for the morale of the guys. It gets our swagger back a little bit. I think we showed a lot of that today, and you know, it's really good for us to have a bit of adversity to overcome early in this year. So it was just a great team win for all of us, and hopefully that gives us some momentum going into next week.
I think last year you won your first 10 decisions or something like that. Tougher for a goaltender to have to go through something like this year with the start?
Yeah, obviously, you know, not the start we had last year. I think, yeah, we were 10 or so unbeaten in regulation to start off the year. But you know, every team's going to go through rough patches. Every team's going to have to go through adversity. So I think in our mind right now, it's better to go through this early in the year than it is later. Now that we've been through this, I think we have the group that knows they can overcome that. And I think it's going to be really big for us going further as we get further into the season.
Hi, I'm Dan Gemus, CEO of the Dan Gemus Real Estate Team. When you think real estate in Windsor and Essex County, think of the Dan Gemus Team. We're here to help every step of the way. Learn more at dangemus.com.
Congrats on the win, Liam. How big was that for you guys?
That was a huge win for us. You know, going into that, we came off a week of hard practice, and I think we deserved that, and we played hard for that win.
What was the focus of the practice this week that helped flip the switch?
Just hard work, and we did a lot of battling with you know, just the guys, and I think just winning our 50-50s, and we really focused on not turning the puck over. That was huge too. 2
goals tonight. Seemed to have some chemistry with Pierre and Millette. Have you guys played together before? It seemed like the first time for me.
No, we have not played together before, but I think we had a really good game, and we just got to build off that.
So how does that line work? Like, how do you envision that line with Pierre and?
I mean, Pierre's the speed guy, and then Mailer's got eyes like no one else, and then I think I can finish the puck.
Have you scored a prettier passing play goal than the first one tonight?
No, I don't think so. That was a good goal for sure.
Defensively, do you guys seem to improve your play in your own end as well? Was that also a focus this week?
That was definitely a focus. I think the guys really trusted our systems today, and that helped huge in the defensive end.
Mailer seemed to look at you for the hat-trick goal, and he decided to shoot it at the empty net. Did you notice that too?
Not really. I mean, I thought I had it, and then I got kind of hit at the blue line, and then I realized, you know, it's whatever. So, I mean, yeah, I wasn't looking for that.
How do you guys build off of this?
I think just another week of hard practice and just doing the same things that we did coming into this game, and I think that'll help huge.
I mean, you had so many games this year where you've been down early and down quick. I mean, what was it like to actually get a lead and then build it up to 3-0 there?
Yeah, I think that was really huge. I think the last couple of games we've started pretty hot and then kind of went down, and our compete diminished as the game went on. But you know, getting that first goal in the second was huge, and I think we built off that for sure.
I mean, it gets to 3-2. They make you work there. You had to kill a penalty there in the third period. Positive in that respect too is like you can take a lead like last year where this team seemed to shut teams down in the third period and get a chance to actually do that this time around.
Yeah, I think, you know, our penalty kill was huge today, and we built off that momentum, and yeah.
Weren't nervous at all towards the end at all?
I mean, a little bit, but I think it was just sticking to our game plan, and it worked, you know. So yeah.
Are you a Taylor Swift fan?
Not much of a Taylor Swift fan, but I'll jam out to her songs.
Anybody in the dressing room with Taylor Swift?
I think so. I think a couple guys are for sure. So.
Building was electric tonight, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I love it. Was. I think we needed that for sure. That was really we went into that with a lot of confidence because of the fans for sure.
What's your message to the fans with 2 more home games coming up this weekend?
Stay tuned because we're coming. We're bringing it for sure.
You're never too old to play in the mud. The only thing that changes are the toys.